Hi, welcome to Fireside Chat from Kincardine United Church. Well, actually from my kitchen. And, the little cheesy picture here of the fire burning in the background. But nevertheless, it's good to be here with you. Thanks to Judy Zarubik, who's on the other end of this electronic recording that you will be finding on our website or on our YouTube channel. It's always fun to put these together and figure out what resources I can, in some ways, just pull together and stitch them into one thematic whole. I know that there are a lot of us that there's a feeling that we are kind of holding our breath, worried that we might have contracted COVID-19 while being asymptomatic. We worry because we don't want to infect others. So staying home, therefore, leads to side effects just like Kermit the Frog worries about in this picture. Now, whenever we might first get back into our building, and who knows how long that'll be, we might have to put signs up like this to keep people physically distant. And then there is the new fashion choices we will have to consider in this time of pandemic. And here's another possible sign to keep us separated in worship whenever that happens. Right now, though, there are many stresses on family life as we sequester at home. I know that this shows the mom trying to hide, but it's quite possible the dad is hiding as well. Of course, there might be different stresses should we ever get back to our building for worship, such as this. Even masks are susceptible to our errant touch. And here's one last take on keeping worship spaces safer. In fact, even those committing criminal acts are finding things different. All humor aside, these are certainly challenging times in which we are living. I find that the temptation is to put on a cheerful face on everything, that only a happy face will chase the clouds away, that seeing only the positives in our situation is the faithful pathway forward. However, I know better. There are many times when I feel swamped with feelings of depression, of sadness, of sorrow, of grief, of weariness. There are other times, however, when I'm full of energy and bubbling with good humor and lively joy. But these range of feelings are not contradictory. Instead, they are part of our healthy selves to feel both ends of the spectrum and everything in between. We need to allow ourselves to experience the full range of our feelings. It's not either or, it's yes and. Yes, we can feel grateful for all that we have, while at the same time feel disappointed about things that are canceled we can no longer enjoy. Yes, we can enjoy the extra time with our loved ones while still feeling overwhelmed when they get on our nerves and irritate us, and we irritate them. Yes, we can be filled with hope while still feeling everything is falling apart around us. Yes, we can be a wonderful source of support and courage for others while still establishing priorities for our own needs, so our own cup of energy is refilled. Indeed, some of you have noticed that there was no Tuesday reflection from me this week for the first time since mid-March. I've decided that while I love the creative process of writing, it is draining too much of my energy to maintain that pace. After all, originally the extra reflection each week was a temporary increase in what I could give to the people of this family of faith. Yet knowing my own limits and my own energy levels, I needed to prioritize my own need to refill my cup of vitality. Too many of us are hiding how we are truly doing. Some of us are wondering if we can even survive this time of isolation. In fact, I have spoken on the phone, by text, on Facebook Messenger, or by email with many of you who are feeling forlorn at the prospects for the return to what we used to enjoy. So, take a breath. You don't need to thrive right now, nor do you need to make efficient use of this time. It's okay if your only goal is to survive this time during the pandemic. For some, this might seem like we are forsaking our faith. However, as the image suggests, faith is seeking light with your heart when all your eyes see is darkness. In fact, we are the bearers of that heart light for one another. That is what communities of faith are at their best when they do that. When someone you know is going through a hard time, the worst thing that you can say is, "Call me if you need anything." You see, for many, that just takes too much energy, too much effort. It puts the onus for action on the suffering person. However, if we ourselves have the energy, here are different approaches to care for one another or for one who is struggling. You can say, "I'm going grocery shopping today. Send me your list and I'll drop it off on my way home." Notice that you may even find they wish to chat from a distance once you've dropped off the groceries. You can do the same with medications or other supplies they might need. You can say, "I know your kids are a handful having to stay at home all the time. I can video call them and distract them for a bit if you like." Or if you prefer, you can send them a text first to ask if that's okay. You can also say, "I know you're not okay. I'm struggling at times too. Tell me how you are feeling about everything." Then, the hardest task of all, you just listen as they talk. Don't tell them they are wrong to feel how they feel, because none of us can control our feelings. We can only live them and wrestle with them. It is in the telling and the sharing that healing takes place. You can also say, "I know you love to garden. Do you want me to come over and we can work on two separate ends of the garden together?" Now, notice the requirement for physical distancing, but you are offering the very kind of compassion that heals the soul, that companionship. Note that you need to prepare yourself for a gentle turn down of your offer. That too is okay. It is up to the person to whom you make the offer to decide if they are able to accept. Your willingness to accept their no is a powerful way to care for them and to respect their wishes. Of course, a couple of days later, you could make the same offer again. Then you never know, their true colors may shine, showing you the full spectrum of their emotional selves, the full spectrum of yes and.
You with the sad eyes, don't be discouraged, or I realize it's hard to take courage in the world full of people. You can lose sight of it all, the darkness darkness inside you can make you feel so small. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful, oh, like a rainbow. Show me your smile. Show me your smile. Don't be unhappy, can't remember when I last saw you laughing. When this world makes you crazy and you take it all you can bear, just call me up, 'cause you know I'll be there. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful, oh, like a rainbow. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful, so beautiful, like a rainbow.
Notice that the video started off in stark black and white as they sang the words, "You with the sad eyes, don't be discouraged." But we cannot control if we feel discouraged or not, so the first words are unhelpful at best. The observation, though, that it's hard to take courage when the darkness inside can make you feel so small. Still, the black and white images of the choir predominate, even as the refrain tries to encourage with, "But I see your true colors shining through." Still, the video remains in black and white, polarized in the either or. However, after the words, "If this world makes you crazy and you've taken all you can bear, you call me up because you know I'll be there." Let me say that again. You'll know I'll be there. It is only after that assurance that we'll be there for one another when the video changes to full color. The key changes upward and the refrain repeats that as we help one another, we'll see that person's true colors shining through. This is the hope that we as Christians proclaim. We are community. We are connected, even if not face to face. We become ever more aware of our spirits interweaving inside our bonds of faith, of hope, and of love. But the greatest of these is love. Even as our true colors shine through, we step into the unknown. There we discover we can be fragile and strong, terrified and brave, all at the same time. We are the church together. So when we say the church building is closed, remember it's just the building. Church online is not canceled. Quiet time with God is not canceled. Praying for the sick is not canceled. Checking on a friend is not canceled. Helping others is not canceled. Being the church is who we are now more than ever. As we pause for prayer, let us give thanks to God for the gift of our family of faith, for the ways in which we bless one another by our loving kindness, for the relationships we foster each day with every gesture of compassion. I'm going to suggest that we take some time in silence to offer to God that thanks as well as whatever else is in our hearts. Then I will end with a traditional indigenous prayer from the Mi'kmaq Nation in the Maritimes. Let us start with silent prayer. Creator, open our hearts to peace and healing between all people. Creator, open our hearts to provide and protect for all children of the earth. Creator, open our hearts to respect the earth and all the gifts of the earth. Creator, open our hearts to end exclusion, violence, and fear among all. Thank you for the gifts of this day and every day. Amen. Once again, I want to celebrate the wonderful ways we all care for each other. If you wish to join me in that celebration, make a special financial gift to the church and market Gord's Haircut. That way we can show our true colors of faith, hope, and love. There are many ways to donate. Just check out our website and look for the donate button on the left side of the page, and they will guide you to the many ways in which we can allow you to donate to the church. It's wonderful, and a lot of thanks to John Phillips, our envelope steward, for making that happen. I'm going to leave you with a blessing modified from the Ojibwe traditions in honor of our neighbors at Cape Croker and in the Saugeen First Nation. Here's the blessing. May you walk in beauty, and may your eyes ever behold the red and purple sunsets. May your hands respect the things the Great Spirit has made, and may your ears be sharp so you may hear the Great Spirit's voice. May you be wise so that you may understand what the Great Spirit has taught your people and the lessons the Great Spirit has hidden in each leaf and each rock. May you ask for wisdom and strength, not to be superior to your brothers and sisters, but to be able to fight your greatest enemy, yourself. May you be ever ready to come before the Great Spirit with clean hands and a straight eye, so as life fades away as a fading sunset, your soul may come to the Great Spirit without shame. Go therefore in the embrace of the Great Spirit. Amen. We'll see you again the next time the Fireside Chat is recorded next Tuesday. Until then, goodbye.